Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Armstrong. I'm Executive Director here outside at the Saugatuck Center for the Arts. It is a gorgeous day in Saugatuck and it was just too tempting. So if you hear lawnmowers or birds, I hope you'll roll with it. But we're here for community conversations and I'm really excited to talk to Katie Fris, who is one of the owners at The Southerner, which is an iconic restaurant here in Saugatuck. Katie is one of my favorite people in the world, period. So I'm looking forward to hearing from her and checking in. Let's get to it. Hey, hi, Katie. Welcome to Community Conversations. Thank you for being here with us.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me. Just nice.
You're welcome.
That's not my husband and kids for once.
And obviously, this is weird. I am outside today. So if you guys are hearing birds chirping or lawnmowers, that's what's going on at the SCA. But anyway, Katie, thank you. Hey, as we get started here, why don't I have you tell us a little bit about yourself and the Southerner, which is kind of an iconic, beloved place here in Saugatuck.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Katie Fris. I'm one of the co-owners at the Southerner, along with my business partner, Matt Millar, my husband, Jonathan, and then Matt's wife, Amy. And what we do is authentic Southern fare, particularly Appalachian region of the South. And we have craft cocktails, craft beer, and really friendly service.
Really friendly.
Yes, we also just took over Shore Harbor Marina, the marina behind us. So between a looming pandemic and rising waters.
Why not? Add another business to that portfolio. Good job, girl.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to give you guys a shout out at the top here. When COVID started and, you know, like literally it felt, I think for all of us, like that faucet just got turned off overnight. The Southerner was, I think, probably first on the scene, realizing that people, families and kids were going to need food. Kids who were being fed free and reduced lunches and breakfasts at school weren't going to school. So suddenly that had stopped. And you guys had this just beautiful kind of self-serve, take what you need, we're here to help you. And it was awesome to see it. And I got to tell you, Katie, I'm sure you guys inspired other people. I would just love to know what put that idea in your head, and like, thank you again for doing that.
Thanks. Yeah. So it's actually Matt's idea, which is funny because I always tend to lean towards like, I just want to help the kids, and he always want to help the animals. So between the two of us, we just always really want to help wherever it's needed. But it was really intuitive of him to consider that when school closed, teachers were going to need a little time to set up programs for kids. And we knew that the help would come, but it just wasn't going to come for a little bit. So just for a couple of weeks, we set out meals in a cooler, healthy lunches for anyone to grab. Most of the people that utilized it were actually teachers picking up to deliver to students, which was really heartbreaking. So I don't think we realize how much we count on schools and teachers to truly take care of these kids. We were happy to step in for that time being while they got on their feet. And we stopped doing it because people stopped using it. If anyone needs assistance, please reach out. We are happy to help all the time. But the schools really stepped in. You know, you can pick up school lunch in different locations and Christian neighbors. And there was no lack of helpers in Saugatuck, that's for sure. We're really lucky to live in this community.
Wow. Well, thank you. You guys were just awesome stepping into the breach, though, and realizing right up front, like, wait a minute. We've started, but we have not caught up yet. So that was awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, that was great of Matt too, because he really set a tone to help. Let's be proactive, help, rather than just be negative and sit around and complain about everything. We had the food there, you know, so why not?
Well, I'm curious. So you guys have you been doing takeout, or have you guys decided like we're going to lay low?
So we actually stopped doing takeout almost immediately. We just wanted to, we had strong feelings that this wasn't going to be over anytime soon. We really wanted to close the place down. We had flooring to redo. We wanted to strip it down, repaint it, and just give it a fresh start when we reopened, and just feel really clean when we did. We want to keep everyone safe. So we did actually sneak open on Monday though for takeout. We're open 7 days now, 11:30 to 8.
Nice. So we can get our Southerner fix again. Yay.
Yep.
So I'm curious. I think we're starting to hear rumblings like we might be reopening here in the next couple of weeks. Like, what does that for you in your world? Like, I know for the SCA, the things we've been thinking about in terms of when we're able, potentially having a big building open. For us, it meant canceling all of our summer indoor performances, and we're trying to pivot and think about outdoors. So I'm curious from a restaurant perspective, what are the types of things that you guys are thinking about having to get in place? What's that feel like?
Sure. It's really been tough because we want to keep our staff in the loop more than anything. Because if we are just able to open business as usual at a different capacity, we need to have our staff ready to go and safe for everyone, for them to be safe and for us to be safe to our guests. But I guess we're just not in a huge hurry to stop doing takeout, because even if some things are lifted and we're able to seat people in the restaurant at a certain capacity, I think the kind of people that are going to run to a restaurant the day they can are maybe the people that we don't feel safe around yet so much. So we might just continue to do takeout for a little bit. It raises some interesting questions as a business, because are we better off doing full-blown takeout and hammering food out, in and out of the place, and not having a very big staff, which helps with labor, or being open at a smaller capacity and being able to serve alcohol. So it raised a lot of questions for business owners to have to make those decisions. But they're decisions that we're making right now, and it's tough. If we do open the dining room, we probably won't see anybody inside. We're really lucky to have a front patio, a back screened-in porch, and then we're also adding an additional patio on the water side of the restaurant.
Oh, nice.
To spread people out. So that's what we're gonna do.
And there's Southerner Rooster. Yay!
Upstairs making an appearance in our video here. So funny. What a jerk. And
that was awesome.
If we're able to open, we're gonna just take it lightly, and safety of our staff is really important, so we'll just do what we have to do and take it day by day.
And I'm just curious, during a normal summer, how big would your staff have been? What would the numbers be like for you guys, like kitchen as well as serving staff?
So when we're at full staff, it's usually about anywhere between 35 and 50 people.
Wow.
Yeah. And right now we probably have 12 people working. And they're all broken up into different shifts so that they're not together. And the front of house, the people that are running takeout have all self-quarantined for at least the last 2 weeks. We're also taking temperatures at the door of our employees, just anything that we can. Yeah, masks, PPE, all that.
Yep, got it. Well, I'll tell you what, you and I talked a little bit before we jumped on about really this community's heart and ingenuity, and businesses that pivoted really fast. And you just sort of references this to teachers pivoted really fast. So, let's sort of have that conversation again, because you had some really lovely observations and comments about just people's graciousness and smarts in this whole thing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to see these business owners all over completely changing their entire vision for what they thought their business would be overnight, just to get by. I mean, look at Uncommon Grounds went from coffee roasting facility to grocery delivery. The takeout businesses, that's not what that wasn't anyone's vision when they opened their restaurant. And it's just interesting to see how everyone's just totally changed what they're doing, and also the helpers out there. I mean, look at Elizabeth Estes and Birdie Holly putting her positivity out in the world, and just so many people just helping and being positive. And we're really lucky because it's not like that everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, Lauren Stanton and I the other day were talking about that this community has she felt too, as a small business owner, has really rallied and like formed a net under each other. And she was sharing some stories about, she's, been hanging outside, talking with people, having, 2-hour-long conversations about business and what people are doing and flexibility, and just feeling supported too. So
yeah, it is. And I think the restaurant community particularly has really come together here in town the last few years through Eat Drink SDF. Kim Dale's put that, and Alec from Grove have put that together, and everyone's gonna be on the same page in town as far as like safety as far as how safety is going to be handled. And I think it's really cool that everyone's just working together. Not that, there aren't people out there being super negative about things, but hopefully everyone, when people are able to start opening at a certain capacity, are just really patient, understanding that this isn't ideal for anyone.
Yeah, it's super weird. Like you said, nobody had business models that envisioned the kind of bizarre stuff that were like, sure, we'll just do it that way now. Yeah.
Exactly. And then the rising water, my heart breaks for all those business owners on the water, people who have condos on the water that are getting flooded right now. It's just terrible. More than ever, we just need to focus on what's in front of us, I think. And, like being a better person. Mother Earth's a little mad at us right now. So I think taking recycling more serious and stuff like that needs to be important to people.
Well, here's my out of left field question for you, Katie. You are a Saugatuck person, and I'm curious, like in the summertime, because it's coming, it's almost here. What's your favorite Saugatuck thing to do that you're like, okay, damn, the weather's going to be good any day now. I can't wait to. What is that thing?
Obviously, everyone loves the beach. It's gorgeous here. But one of my favorite things to do in Saugatuck is the dune rides. And to me, I tell every visitor that comes into town, it's not one of those like cliquey tourist things. Like I go on them a couple times every summer. It never gets old. The drivers are funny, and I think it's really truly one of a kind thing that we offer in town. So it's something I never miss.
That's cool. It makes me think this ought to be the summer we all say, you know what, we're going to do some staycation stuff. Like, treat ourselves and go do this stuff that we're like, oh, I tell visitors, but I haven't done that in a few years. Like that's what we're doing this year.
Yeah, or so many people will say, oh, I don't go downtown. Locals will say, I don't go near downtown in the summer, and it's like, no, just get down there. You don't know what's in the shops and the stores, a lot of things. Actually, right now, it's way easier to get something local than ever before. You can pull up there, so you can get it something local faster than Amazon. So if people say Amazon, they use Amazon for convenience, call them out right now, because right now you can get anything locally faster, and it's probably better.
And hopefully, if we get some of the sidewalks open and some things, it'll really feel. I agree. I think this summer, I don't want to say silver lining because that's probably too positive coming out of this, but I think that there's going to be some really cool things happening in Saugatuck and Douglas this summer to help the businesses that really will make us all. It'll be kind of fun to be downtown and say, oh my God, we've never done that before. So, yeah.
It'll just be a different summer, and I think everyone just make the best of it. It's hard to think that way every day because every day is different and brings new things. But I've never had more family dinners with my kids and in my entire life. Working nights in a restaurant, so it's time that I'm grateful for. And everybody's affected, so we just have to be. And I'm continuing to think of little tiny things that I'm not thinking of, like. My daughter Scout is going to be 2, and she's not seeing her dad and I for the last 2 months. So she's going to be weird, she's going to be a little weird, and to me, awkward times for Scout. Lots of meltdowns happening. I see. So just there's all kinds of little things, and it's a huge trickle effect. But we're all in it together, and just be nice.
Yep. Here's to summer 2.0, right?
I'm saying, yeah. Maybe we could just focus on lengthening summer into the off season.
There you go. That'll be the push. This year, summer goes through October 1st, man. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Thank you. I so appreciate your time. Thanks for jumping on and doing this, Katie.
Thanks for having me. It's been great talking to you. I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too. I know. I can't wait to see. Hugs to you and Matt. Yay.
I'll give a big guy a hug for you.
Thank you. All right. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.
Everyone.
Okay, great conversation with Katie. I cannot believe the Southerner rooster crowed like that for the show. That was awesome. Good to hear from her. Really interesting to hear their take on kind of reopening and getting ready and taking it easy and going slow at the Southerner. And I loved hearing Katie's stories and her reminder to all of us that we are so fortunate to live in a community where people are innovative and caring and have really created a safety net for all of us and for themselves as small business owners. So get out there and keep supporting those small business owners, friends. Hope you enjoyed our outdoor edition of Community Conversations, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.